A search for truth, one family's mission to uncover the final hours of Jay Slater. When 19-year-old Jay Slater went missing in the rugged hills of Tenerife, no one could have predicted the tidal wave of confusion, grief, and controversy that would follow. Now, in the aftermath of his tragic death, Jay's family has announced plans to create a deeply personal documentary that will retrace his final steps, an unflinching search for answers that they hope will expose the truth, challenge official narratives, and honor the memory of a life cut heartbreakingly short. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The disappearance that shook two nations. Jay Slater, a young apprentice bricklayer from Oswestwhistle, Lancashire, had been enjoying a holiday with friends on the Spanish island of Tenerife. His trip, which had started with excitement and youthful energy, quickly spiraled into tragedy when he disappeared after attending a rave in the village of Playa de las Americas. Reports say Jay left the party early with two individuals he had only recently met and later attempted to walk back to his accommodation, a dangerous journey through a desolate, mountainous region. The last confirmed contact came on the morning of June 17, when Jay made a distressed phone call to a friend, saying he was lost, his phone was dying, and he had no idea where he was. Then, silence. The subsequent search, initially handled by Spanish authorities, was criticized by some as slow and disjointed. Jay's family, especially his mother Debbie Duncan, has since voiced frustration over what they perceive as a lack of urgency and cooperation between UK and Spanish officials. Rumors, speculation, and online sleuthing only fueled the fire, turning Jay's disappearance into an international mystery that captivated and divided public opinion. Turning grief into purpose. For Jay's family, the pain is raw and constant. Debbie Duncan, described by friends as a lioness for her boy, has been relentless in her pursuit of justice. No mother should have to bury their child, let alone under a cloud of questions, she told a local reporter. This isn't just about closure anymore. It's about truth. We owe Jay that much. Rather than retreating into grief, Debbie and Jay's close relatives have chosen to turn their sorrow into action. The documentary, currently in its early development stages, will chronicle not just the events surrounding Jay's disappearance and death, but also the systemic failures they believe hindered the investigation. Tentatively titled Jay's Final Hours, the film will combine personal interviews, location footage, digital reconstructions, and commentary from independent investigators. The family is collaborating with a UK-based production company known for handling sensitive and controversial true crime stories. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. A documentary with a mission. While many true crime documentaries aim simply to retell a story, Jay's family has a deeper goal: accountability. They want to confront the decisions that led to critical hours being lost, challenge the versions of events given by those who last saw Jay alive, and expose what they describe as deeply troubling inconsistencies. There were too many gaps, too many moments where the people in charge simply didn't seem to care, Jay's cousin Natalie remarked. We were left to search by ourselves, literally combing cliffs and gorges while officials stood back. The documentary will also shed light on the emotional toll of the ordeal. Viewers will witness the Slater family's resilience and heartbreak, especially as they recount the days spent sleeping in cars, chasing leads, and clinging to the hope that Jay might be found alive. They've also pledged to include the stories of others who've gone missing abroad, making the project not just a tribute to Jay, but a larger commentary on how such cases are handled when language, jurisdiction, and protocol create barriers to urgency. Navigating online toxicity. One of the unexpected battles the Slater family has faced is the barrage of online harassment and misinformation. From conspiracy theories to baseless accusations, social media has at times become a double-edged sword. Debbie has spoken candidly about the toll this has taken. Every time I opened my phone, there were strangers telling me how to feel, what to believe, or worse, blaming Jay, she said during a recent press appearance. It was like grieving in a stadium full of hecklers. As part of the documentary, the family intends to confront the impact of this digital chaos, exploring how public interest can morph into invasive speculation, and how families of victims are forced to navigate not only real-world tragedy, but virtual character assassinations as well. The filmmakers will incorporate footage of live-streamed search updates, viral TikTok theories, and media interviews, offering a striking contrast between truth and rumor, and highlighting the cost of living in a time where every tragedy is consumed and dissected in real time. A mother's voice, a son's legacy. At the heart of the project is Debbie. Her voice, both trembling and unshakable, forms the emotional spine of the story. From tearful appeals on TV to sleepless nights spent walking ravines, her devotion paints the portrait of a mother unwilling to let her son become just another forgotten headline. She hopes the documentary will not only keep Jay's memory alive, but also prompt real changes in how authorities handle missing persons cases overseas. "I don't want another parent to go through this nightmare," she said. "If this film can change even one thing, protocols, cooperation, anything, then maybe Jay's death won't be in vain." Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Family, friends and supporters have also voiced their support for the project. "Jay was bright, full of life, cheeky in the best way," one childhood friend said. "He deserves to have his story told right, not just what the papers say, but who he really was." The road ahead. Funding and filming. While development is underway, the Slater family is still raising funds for the documentary through a transparent GoFundMe campaign. They've been clear about where the money will go: production costs, legal consultations, and travel required to interview key individuals in both the UK and Spain. Already, supporters from across the globe have pledged donations, voicing their belief in the project's importance. "People see the headlines, but they don't always see the people left behind," one donor wrote. This documentary could be what finally brings clarity. Filming is expected to begin later this year, with a projected release sometime in 2026. The family plans to premiere the documentary at a major UK film festival, followed by a broader streaming release. Hope through heartbreak. As the Slaters embark on this emotional journey, one thing is certain: their quest is no longer just about finding out what happened to Jay. It's about giving a voice to every family who has felt helpless, every loved one who has waited for a call that never came, and every victim whose story was lost in translation. "Jay was more than a case number," Debbie says softly in one of the early interviews being used for the documentary. "He was my son. And I won't stop until the world knows the truth about what happened to him." In a world too often desensitized to headlines and tragedy, Jay's final hours promises to be a powerful, intimate, and necessary reckoning, a call for truth in the name of a teenager who simply wanted to come home. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.